Last July, in July of 2012, we brought all of the pension plans together, all of the boards, and we said, we have to do some things. We have to start a discussion around what can we do to make the plan sustainable and long-term so that that pension promise can be there for the long term, for all employees. And the reality is it isn't about urgency, it's about sustainability. Around the world, defined benefit pension plans are under pressure because contribution rates are rising. The benefits of the contributors are getting smaller, whereas retirees, the cohort is getting larger. People are living longer. It just makes common sense that people understand that there's fewer contributors coming into the system, but there's a lot more people retired and they're living a lot longer. The systems and the plans were not designed for this. They were designed for shorter lifespans. They were designed for a workforce that was going to be rotating a lot faster than it is, and that you would have a broadening base of contributors. The plans as they're structured today, they're good plans, but in the long term, they're not sustainable, and that unfunded liability is not going to go away. And if we don't do anything, it's simply going to grow. It's unfortunate there's a lot of misunderstanding about what it is we're actually doing versus what perhaps some of the fear-mongering that's out there. And hopefully we can dispel some of that, and we can get some of the true facts out there, because the reality is this is about their plan, and it's about their plan being there when they need it. So I've heard this concern that people are going to be losing their pension, they're going to be losing their core benefits, and that's simply not true. What we're changing are some of the subsidized early retirement benefits, some of the add-on benefits around the cost of living adjustments. But if the plan is financially sound, and this is the piece that people are missing, if the plan is financially sound in the future, the boards can, or the governance sponsorship boards, can make decisions that will actually add benefits should they choose. They could retroactively add benefits if the plan is financially sound. This is about getting them to that stage. So the core benefits that individuals have earned all the way up to 2016 are solid, they're not going away. Anything after that is under the new plan, if you will, but even there, core benefits are preserved. The actual fact is people can retire when they want to based on their individual plans. So if they decided they wanted to retire at 55, they can still do that. The benefits that you've earned are yours, but any benefits that are because of early retirement, in the past you were subsidized. And it was actually retirees that are still in the workforce that were subsidizing that, and that's not fair. It's also not sustainable in the plan. So what we're saying is if you want to work and retire early, you can still do that. But you're paying the true cost, the true actuarial cost of that early retirement. That is going to make this plan sustainable. It's not a bad price to pay in terms of the overall sustainability of the plan. So the reality is people can make their plans, they can deal with early retirement, they can stay. The actual fact is we want them to stay. In today's workforce, why would we incent early exit from our workforce? We need the people to stay. So it's out there that if we did nothing in 7 years, the plans would be fully funded. And there isn't any experts out there that would even remotely suggest that these plans will be fully funded within 7 years. And that hope is built on whether or not the markets do better or raising contribution rates. And unfortunately, those are the only two levers that have been out there to manage these plans for too long. And employees are tired of seeing their contribution rates going up through the roof. And taxpayers are tired of seeing that as well. Or, perhaps the markets will get better. Well, perhaps they will, perhaps they won't. I think it's responsible for us to make these changes now on a balanced way, in a fair way, so that over the long term, we'll be fully funded. The plans will be there for pensioners in the future and today. This is not just a Government of Alberta issue. This is an issue that transcends all of North America, really. Pension sustainability is top of mind in New York as much as it is in Toronto, as much as it is in Ottawa. There's been books written about the fact that we need to address this, and the responsible approach is to address it. We could have done things like move to a defined contribution plan, like what Saskatchewan has done, but that leaves a $7.5 billion unfunded liability out there that somebody's got to pay for. That would be the taxpayers. We chose not to go there. We said, let's work together with the plan membership. Let's consult with them, which we've done. We're halfway through that now. We're open to suggestions. We're looking for ideas. If there's better ideas that will provide better sustainability for the plans moving forward that the members would feel more comfortable with, we're open to talking about that. What we're not open to is not doing anything, because that's not responsible. And we need to make sure that these plans are sustainable long term. So as we move through to the end of the year, we're going to be coming back to the membership with some proposals that we think are going to be addressing some of their concerns. Bottom line, we want to make sustainable change for the plans with a more balanced approach, and that's why we chose 2016 to move forward. So I encourage the memberships of these plans to continue to provide ideas, but I also encourage them to make sure that they've got the facts. They should not be afraid of what we're doing, and if they are, then they're probably missing some of those facts, and I would encourage them to get the appropriate facts.